Hey everyone, welcome back to CodeWave. Today, we're diving into a fun and practical project building a simple calculator using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This project is perfect for beginners and will help you get hands-on experience with essential web development skills. We'll start with the basic HTML structure, move on to designing the calculator interface with CSS, and then dive into JavaScript to bring it all to life. Whether you're coding along or just watching for inspiration, you're in for a detailed and informative session. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a fully functioning calculator like this one. Now create a project folder at any location. This is our main project folder, where we create all of the project files. Type the project name. This folder is Basic Calculator. Open the Visual Studio Code from Search menu, type Visual Studio Code and click on Visual Studio Code. Now open this project folder in Visual Studio Code. Click on the File menu and click on the Open folder. Locate your project folder, where you create it, and click on Select Folder button in the pop-up dialog. Now it's time to create the project files. Click on the New File icon and type the file name is index.html and press Enter. The index.html file will open. Create the second file, style.css, and press Enter. After press Enter, the style.css file will open. Create the third file, script.js, and press Enter. After press Enter, the script.js file will open. Open the index.html file and start coding here. Create the basic structure of the HTML page using emit abbreviation commands for quick coding. Open the Live server using click on the Go Live icon located on the bottom right corner. The live server is the Visual Studio Code extension. It must be installed. Set the Visual Studio Code and browser side by side. Create a div element with a class named Calculator. This class will use to style the calculator in CSS. Create the input element and define the type of this element is text, and add the ID of this element is display. Also add THS disable to disable the display. This input element is used to display the calculator result. OK, now save this file and check the result on the browser. Add another div element and class this element is button. This button class will used in style the calculator button in CSS file. OK, here create a list of buttons. These buttons are the calculator buttons. First, create a single button element, and the class is btn. Add the onClick attribute. The onClick attribute is used to execute a JavaScript function when a user clicks on a button. The function name is append number, and pass the number. This function is 7, and display the button value is 7. Now save this HTML page, and look at browser, the button number 7 display on the browser. Copy this line and paste in several times. Replace the second line append number and button value is 8. Replace the third line append number and button value is 9. Save this page. All buttons appear on browser. Now add another button for plus sign operator. This button class is btn like previous buttons nad operator. It's used to style the operator. Add the onClick attribute. The onClick attribute is used to execute a JavaScript function when a user clicks on a button. Add the JavaScript function named setParation with pass the value plus sign. Show the button value plus sign. Change the next 3 buttons value. Add the next operator button and add the value is menus. Now change the next button's value fastly. Index page almost done. Now save this page and look at browser. Open the style.css page. Now it's time to link this style.css page with index.html using link element. Style the body element of index page. Style the calculator class of index page. Save this page and look on browser. Now style the display. Carefully note that the display is ID, not a class, because this display is used in JavaScript to display the result. Save this page and look on browser. Now style the all buttons. In this styling, we want to show all buttons in grid, all buttons shown in 5 rows, and for columns. Now style the class btn. Now add the hover feature for all buttons. Now style the operator buttons. Now style the operator hover buttons. To style the equal button, add the equal class in button class. Here you note that the equal button is single column wide. We set the 4 column wide. Save this page. Style the equal hover button. Add the script.js file in index.html page. We used the script element. Initialization of variables. First, current input is empty. Second, previous input is empty. The third variable operation is equal to null. Set the fourth variable is result display is equal to false. Now start to write the first JavaScript function append number. Purpose of this function, to add a digit to the current input string. First check if the result of a previous calculation is displayed. Is result displayed is true. This function clears the current input and starts fresh with the new digit. Set the current input is equal to number, and is result display variable is equal to false. If the result is not displayed, it simply appends the new digit to the existing current input. Calls update display function to refresh the display with the new current input. Add the new function update display. The purpose of this function to update the calculator's display with the current input or result. Use document.getElement by ID to set the value of the display input field to the current value of current input. Save this page and refresh the browser. Here you note that the operation buttons and equal button cannot work because we not implement these button functions yet. Now implement the set operation function. The purpose of this function is to set the arithmetic operation and prepares for the next input. Check if current input is empty, no number to operate on, the function does nothing. Check if previous input is not empty. It calls calculate function to complete any previous operation before setting the new operation. Updates the operation to the new operator like plus, minus, multiply or division. Moves the current input to previous input and clears current input variable for the next number input. Sets the isResult displayed variable to false to indicate that the previous result is no longer valid. Now implement the calculate function. The purpose of this function to performs the calculation based on the current and previous inputs and updates the result. First define the variable result to store the result, and converts previous input value to numbers using parseFloat function, and the current input value to numbers using parseFloat function. Checks if either value, previous value or current values or none not a number, and if so, returns early without calculating. Now uses a switch statement to perform the operation stored in operation. Using the switch statement to perform the arithmetic operations and check using case, which operator is clicked by user, this arithmetic operation carry out the result and break the switch. Updates current input with the result of the calculation. Resets operation to null and previous input to an empty string. Sets isResult displayed to true to mark that the result is displayed. Finally to calls update display function to show the result on the screen. Save this file and check the all digits buttons and operators buttons are all working fine, but only clear button is not working because we not implement yet. Now implement the clear display function. This is the last function. The purpose of this function is to clears all inputs and resets the calculator, sets current input variable, previous input variable, and the operation variable to their initial states. Sets the isResult displayed variable to false. Calls the update display function to clear the display. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful and enjoyable. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you know someone who might find this video useful, go ahead and share it with them. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.